now, our feature presentation.
Are they twins or is one just a reflection?
Forget it, Mick.
What is this?
If I can't find a real man, I would rather die a virgin.
Last chance. I'm gonna count to 3.
It's the tummy front.
Kill a camera.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Good Improv Watches, the show where we watch something stupid and you watch us watching that stupid thing.
Yes, but who watches the Watchers?
Does anybody have any information on that?
Yeah, we'd really like to know.
I have some information on that.
Please.
I watch The Watchers, but I came here to do this. So nobody's watching anything right now.
So no one's watching the Watchers at all. All right, well, somebody would have watched them because they're not allowed within a certain distance of a schoolyard. So somebody's better keep an eye on those guys.
Well, gentlemen, today we are watching a very important piece of cinema. And I think once we all see the film, we'll understand that it is, in fact, cinema we are witnessing.
Yeah.
But the one thing I don't like about this movie is it has a very strong anti-drug message. And I'll tell you why I don't like that. Because all my life, I've been addicted to various hard drugs. And my life has gone perfectly fine. I lost my job, for instance. My wife left me. I have no money whatsoever.
Now. Yeah.
So, I don't know about you guys, but...
Money just brings problems.
More money, more problems. That's what Biggie taught us.
Yeah, that's what the song says. Yeah.
Mo money, mo problems. And Mo from the Three Stooges, our 3 favorite Mo's.
So isn't that a P. Diddy song? The Mo Money, Mo Problems?
Oh, yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, see, and look at all the problems he's having now.
He knows.
And all the money.
Probably thanks to all his money.
Just going to get
and all the money.
If he didn't have money, he wouldn't be able to smuggle kids in. So, that's what caused that.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep, but hopefully there will be no human trafficking during this show. That's our goal.
Well, there's bound statistically.
Hold on, then. Just
somewhere.
Yeah, it's off. It's off. Just talking to my mom. She'll know what that means.
Okay, good.
Great.
Good. So you're thinking this movie's gonna have a very subtle anti-drug
yes, I do,
message.
and I'll tell you why. The movie we were watching is called Go Ask Alice.
Okay.
Which you might recognize as a line from the song White Rabbit, which is famously pro-drug.
Yes.
Oh, so is this movie a rebuttal to that song?
I believe it to be that, yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Why don't you do your rebuttal in the form of song then? That's how most people do rebuttals to songs. They don't make a movie.
Yeah, this is like after Tupac, Tupac does hit him up. Biggie comes back with a full-length feature film about why Tupac sucks.
yeah. It just doesn't work.
Biggie Smalls' Horizon.
Yeah.
A 4-part American saga.
Right, exactly. It's got subtle anti-Tupac messaging in it. All the way throughout it. You see, the United States is a stand-in for Tupac Shakur. And
Did you see he did the Tupac's response to that? He made this weird period drama. I think it was an adaptation of Emma by Jane Austen. It's very strange.
Well, Tupac went to theater school. Not a lot of people know that, but he went to Juilliard.
Oh, did he? Did he go to Juilliard? Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
It's tough to get into that place.
Yeah, I had to settle for a lesser school. I had to go to Juilliard Caesar, and all of my classmates were stabbing me. It was very painful.
Well, shall we watch this movie and get
I think we
anti-drug?
should. It's time to go check it out. Let's go to where we watch these things, shall we?
All right, that's a good idea.
Let's do it. Hopefully nobody is sober from biting commentary and silly jokes, otherwise you're about to relapse.
It's nice this drive-through plays all these movies
is.
for us.
This motion picture is based on the authentic diary of a 15-year-old American girl. The only alterations have been I didn't get to see the rest. But I'm assuming it's names.
I mean, not the only alterations. I mean, they had to actually film people doing stuff. They couldn't just film the diary.
Oh,
Film
look,
words.
she bought a diary that says 5-year diary, just like the real diary that she bought. From the diary they copied this from.
Whoa.
Hello, diary. My name's Alice.
This has the same beginning as Anne Frank.
We're just picking out a diary.
Worthwhile to
I never got to the end of Anne Frank. Did that end well? I didn't.
It cuts off abruptly, I believe.
place to be me.
Oh, does it? Oh, that's weird. Lazy of her not to finish that.
Just got sick of the project, I guess.
Dad seems happy about his new teaching job. I guess being an assistant dean's a big promotion. Mom loves our new house.
Not if you were a dean beforehand.
And of course, Tim has a couple of
Yeah,
friends
assistant team. That's right. Could be a demotion.
I just hope that I can make a fresh start.
If you got demoted to dean, it would be a dean motion.
Dean motion.
I've got to be more outgoing. Maybe I could.
Yeah, you got to be more outgoing. You know what? Try drugs. Drugs help you
Really
get
break out of
outgoing,
your
you know?
shell.
Really break the ice.
Alice,
Yeah.
you've had time to try on all of your clothes twice, probably 3 times. I mean, don't you want to put them all away now so you'll be ready for tomorrow?
I just can't decide what to wear.
See, you know, no wonder she turned to drugs. I mean, like
Yeah,
being
nag,
abused
nag,
like that.
nag.
But it was in blue jeans. I mean,
Yeah, Jesus.
do you want me to look like a total misfit? I mean, after all,
What drug do you think she's going to turn to?
stop being
I
Alcohol?
never called you a drag.
Pot?
Probably that dangerous marijuana.
It's because of your attitude, honey. I mean, you all seem so unfeeling and unlike you. I mean, even our last night, not letting old friends...
What's causing your attitude, honey? I mean, here, you know what? Here, take some of these pills. It'll really take that edge off.
We're supposed to have a party.
Is that what it's all about?
Then I have to put up the censor bar.
Is it because Sharon got a boyfriend?
Ooh, she's jealous.
Oh, get nerve there. You know what'll help you be more outgoing and meet boys? Drugs.
I'll tell you where
Boys.
I'll tell you where 3 people go to have a party. They lower the lighting, you know, they kind of set the mood to make it all like the mood, you know. And then they start taking their jackets off and things like that because it's getting warm in there.
Nothing.
And then they lean in real close and they watch an improv comedy show and ruin the mood.
What about
That's how I do it.
hormones that enter the
Yeah.
boys' bloodstream?
Yeah.
Instant sex maniacs.
Hormones of the boys. This is now becoming like a sex ed video. It's we've
No, I figured it's about time you guys learned about how to have sex.
Of course,
The worst
Oh,
drug
okay.
of
The
all.
first drug of them all, exactly.
at this age, but
People are so addicted to sex they can't stop having
you
it.
have to be aware of your own desires, too, dear.
You already gave me the sex lecture.
For hundreds of thousands of years.
Well, honey, it's something that we can talk about.
It's like being born a crack baby almost, because your parents would have had to have sex for you to.
Yeah,
They're all
you're
high
born,
on
you're
sex
born
when
with
they're
it.
having you, yeah.
I remember when we could talk that way. Now it's as if we speak different languages.
Body languages.
As lost with words as I am, and we're both just groping around, unable to say what we really mean to each other. Sometimes, I just wish I could tell my mother I'm afraid.
Of snakes.
Of what? Yeah.
Of snakes, exactly. I have globophobia. Balloons, I can't stand them.
Oh, look at that. They're playing White Rabbit right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Playing the song. Yeah.
Starring William
Any copyrights
Shatner.
coming in, this is where it's gonna come in.
Wow.
William Shatner.
He's really one of my favorite actors, you know. He's got such great timing.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Hey, Julie Adams.
Okay.
Julie Adams was the woman from Creature from the
Oh,
Black
really?
Cocoon.
Special
play the
guest
creature?
star
Yes.
Andy
Oh,
Griffith.
No, she played the woman
What?
in the bikini.
Andy
the,
Griffith
Get out of
too is
town.
in the picture.
Well, not a bikini, bathing suit. It wouldn't have been a bikini back then. Bathing suit. Yeah. Tried to look her when she was young. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I don't know if you guys
I saw Andy Griffith in the cast.
you guys
as well.
believe in coincidences, because I shared an Instagram story today and I referenced Matlock unknowingly.
Whoa.
100%.
Didn't know that it was part of the picture we were watching tonight. What if it is just him portraying Matlock?
That would be
that's all he's done.
He's prosecuting her for doing all these drugs. Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Charles Fries. That's a good name, Charles Fries.
Do you think he's friends with Jimmy Shakes?
I hope so.
Freddie Burger.
I don't know if you'll be able to see that. That's Adams from Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah, she's got the kind of Bride of Frankenstein hair going on there.
Yeah. I think it's just the lighting.
Okay.
Today. Do you have your list of all the things that you need for classes tomorrow? Any questions? Jan Meeker is passing out your assignments, your schedules. Please be sure you have one before you go to lunch.
She's also
And
passing
if there are
out
any
some
questions, I'd
pots.
appreciate if you discuss it with me today.
If you're square, you won't take it, but if you're cool, you will.
You know what's wild about this classroom is they're just all kind of sitting, paying attention to the teacher, quietly listening.
Yeah, just like, yeah. You know, these kids need some drugs to loosen themselves up. You know, they're too serious.
Have you been in the cafeteria? Yeah, where's it? Where the sign says? Cafeteria. Are you kidding?
What's in the bag, dude?
Oh, nice.
I guess it doesn't matter what I wear or what I say, whether I go to the cafeteria and eat all alone or try to sit with some other creep or what. Maybe it's
Yeah, doesn't matter. Exactly. So just give up, take some drugs.
I'm not going to make it.
This seems really straightforward to me. I don't see what this woman's problem is.
Double fries, jumbo mullet.
You know, the lost and found would be a good place to find drugs, because if somebody lost them, that's where they would wind up. Because everything that people lose, somebody turns in, they honestly, trustingly turn it into the lost and found. That's how
I'm sure that happens with drugs.
I've seen
all
her
the
around
time.
school and at a couple of other hamburger places.
I've seen you around school and at a couple other hamburger places.
Shy. We both feel older than most 15-year-olds. Now I'll have someone to walk with, to talk to in the cafeteria.
Yay!
I've decided
She
to
made
watch
a
our
friend.
figures, even if nobody else does. Super cool, being popular,
Vibrations.
unlike me. But I'm afraid you have to be super smart to be that cool.
Oh yeah, people associate smartness with coolness 100%.
Oh yeah. That's what all the cool kids, they think, well, this is how smart that kid is.
makes sense if you look at their test scores, right? All the cool kids have the dorks doing the homework for them.
That's true. Yeah, it's just
No, I mean ever. Like, when we're older. Well, if I can get good in languages...
Oh, I don't intend to get that old. I'm going to die of an overdose by the time
Come
I'm
on,
19.
don't you ever want to get married? Yeah. I guess. Only I have this sort of nightmare. It's pretty weird.
I have some weird dreams, too.
Well,
Okay, where's this going? Is this butting into a romantic relationship? Is that what you know?
Isn't a...
I'll get the censor bar ready.
He can leave
Yeah.
right in the middle of the
Yeah. Oh,
synagogue
yeah. There's going to be some scissoring here soon. I would get that ready to go.
at the last minute. Just walk out in front of everybody.
At least all the movies that I've ever seen where two women have a conversation by themselves. That's how it ends up. I'm assuming that's just in every
Well,
film.
Now I am. But in the dream, I'm just standing in front of the rabbi in my beautiful gown. With everybody whispering, I'm not. How can they prove it?
Wow.
Can't say I've ever had that dream before.
Can I guess? At the wedding?
No.
Oh, no.
No, and in my version, they said something completely different.
My grandmother never told me how they proved it. Maybe she was lying just to
So far, there's not a lot of drug use in this drug
somebody
use
in your
film.
family now?
I wouldn't agree with that. They are using the drug of music.
And that? What
That's
would they
true.
think?
Makes you move, you
I
know?
know.
Strange that Beth and I can talk so easily, and I can tell her all about my diary. But I'm afraid to let my mother or father know that I have one.
Well, no, that's not strange at all. That's how it works. You don't tell your parents
We met
everything.
each
What are you
other.
crazy?
This diary is a real focal point in this girl's life here too.
It was over before we...
That's what friends are for. You tell your friends things like that. You don't tell your parents those things.
Here we go. This guy's churning up some drugs. He's going to try to Breaking Bad her.
We both dreaded the end of the semester because now Beth has to go away for the summer to camp in Vermont. And I'm stuck here.
So far, this movie has also been very devoid
Mom and
of
Dad understand how lonely I'll be, and they're going to let me make 2 long-distance calls.
Creature from the Black Lagoon Lady, Captain Kirk, and Sheriff Andy Griffith.
That's right. For a movie that said starring William Shatner, where the heck is he?
Is he one of these characters? I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
when he
he's
takes
just
off the
that
glasses,
versatile.
that's when you can really see it.
Yeah. Really
You know what
tell.
it is they were probably filming this at the same time as Star Trek, and he was just running back and forth between sets whenever he was finished on Star Trek.
They just have him on camera on passing. He's got a donut
Yeah, he'll have a
mouth. He's
a
just,
newspaper in front of his Starfleet symbol there.
Hey, why don't you come in?
yeah, that's where all the cool drugs are.
I didn't know you worked here.
Yeah, I just asked for a cushy sweater.
Do you want to look around?
That's code for I want to buy some drugs.
That's right.
Makes me want to ask my dad.
He's gonna ask, just thinking she's asking for a sweater, but she doesn't realize.
Your dad's kind of
Oh, wait! This clothing store has like a barber chair inside.
lecture?
That's crazy.
Neat.
Yeah, I hear his name, all over the place.
Oh yeah, that was well done. Could we get somebody else to do
I'm
this
away
part,
this
please?
weekend to a party, and I thought I'd have one of my own. You free?
How many takes did they take of that? Do you think?
Wow, am I free?
Feels like they got the rehearsal take, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I still hope the director treated
All
them
right.
like Stanley Kubrick would have and made them do it over 100 times.
College age, I've never seen them around our school.
So now she's at a
But I guess
party.
they're all as nice as Chris when you get
Oh,
Something
that
cool
guy's
is
wearing a Rolling
bound to
Stones
happen
t-shirt.
here.
That's trouble.
hope some of the kids
Yes.
don't start that number about dope or drinking. I have to admit, I've never tried
Yeah,
it or
don't start
faked
that.
it.
All right.
Button.
Okay.
Get the button.
Uh-oh, alcohol.
Now don't be greedy.
Yeah, that's how teenagers
Out of this
serve it.
tray,
They serve it on
yeah.
a tray at these parties.
And then they have manners. They said, don't be greedy.
Yeah.
No, take it nice.
That just looks
Like
like
root
pop.
beer.
So that's not bad. Like what if it was just root beer and she's acting all like, oh my god, I've never tried alcohol before.
So sugar was the real gateway
Yeah.
drug here.
Oh, did she get dosed with LSD?
I hope so.
Stop playing that song.
Boy, you know what? These parties actually look pretty boring.
winner of the.
What's happening?
Don't worry, just relax.
You're happening. That's what's happening.
You're very strange.
You're
I
happy.
feel. You're really sick.
Now while I'm here, just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
Yeah, just let it happen. Right. Let it happen. I've spoken to a couple people who have had like bad trips. Like
They're trying to
I'll
wake-
try mushrooms for
No,
the
they
first
aren't.
time, and it's just completely like, oh my god, I was just paranoid. I was in the corner of the room. It was the most miserable experience of my
That's
life.
why I didn't-
You know.
I think it's fair to say we've witnessed a few drug-fueled freakouts as well.
One or two.
At first, I
Witnessed.
totally cut off
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah.
Felt that I was dumb
Yeah, some people, man, they just have a bad time, you know?
and knew that no one in the world
Yeah.
outside me
I
could.
don't even remember who it was, but there was this one guy who
So frightening.
we were smoking a joint with, and take a couple of puffs on the joint.
To the
He takes his puffs from the joint and just went crazy.
anything became new.
There must have been something because marijuana doesn't
I don't
usually
know.
have that effect.
I don't
There
know
must
what
have been
was going
something else
on
in
with
the
him, but
system.
it was crazy.
Well, everyone's physiology is
Huh.
different.
An original
You know?
language.
So
Yeah.
how one person reacts to something
All the wisdom.
may be different than how other people react to it.
There were no words.
And I think sometimes when you go through things like weight loss or something like that, and then sometimes try marijuana,
Affect your
it
chemistry.
can affect you differently. Or so I hear.
That's true, because marijuana gets trapped in fat cells, right? So probably the more fat you
Yeah.
have, the easier it is on you.
I'm not sure. what
But like most things, I think it's a question of the strength of the psyche of the
I'm
individual.
glad they did.
Yeah.
I
So you can just I can take heroin and just be
Wouldn't it be-
fine if I have a strong enough mind there.
If I'm strong enough psyche.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be great if she becomes William Shatner when she's high, and that's what William Shatner plays? He plays the high version
Yeah.
of
That
this
would
girl.
be great.
Do you think he'll serenade us with Lucy in the Sky?
Probably.
With diamonds?
It's that boy, Richie, who brought you home from the party last night. You want to take it, or you want me to have
He's
him
here
call
with
you
more
back?
drugs.
Alice?
Yeah,
Alice.
yeah, I'll take it. The summer is getting pretty skitsy now. Tripping with Ricky at night.
Oh,
Playing it straight.
she's cool now. She's wearing
Mom and
sunglasses.
Dad don't suspect anything as far as drugs go, of course.
I think maybe the drugs will make her super intelligent, and then the whole town will treat her like Google. And if they have a question, everybody will just say, "Go ask Alice."
No, that's the computer wore tennis shoes.
Oh,
You're thinking of the computer wore
But never
tennis
pills
shoes.
or cash. He says that shows where their heads are at. Well, Diary, school has finally started again. It's really weird how the same place I hated last term has become my sanctuary this term. I'm down to 103
Sounds
pounds.
so awesome because of all
Yeah.
the drugs
Before I
I'm
get
doing.
hungry, I just pop a Benny.
It sounds like nothing but
Things are
positives about
objectively
drugs so
cooler
far.
for
Like
her at
she's
this
more
point than
confident.
they were 1 year before.
Nice.
She's
Taking
taking
the
major
edge.
strides.
she only did them the one time, though, right? She didn't. She just got dosed, and that was the only
No,
time
she was
did
telling
it.
her diary she was getting high every night.
Didn't recognize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's
listen, I'm sorry I didn't call you back on Saturday. It was just that, this weekend was really
so
wild.
high.
Like all 3 weeks I've been home. 3 weeks? Far out. I didn't realize it had been that long. It's just that I've been really busy.
Far out.
And,
She's using that druggy language.
Well, I've got an old man now.
Yeah, well, I met somebody too. His name is Bud. He goes to college back east.
Of course he does.
I guess we
Of
won't
course he does.
see each other
college.
except on weekends and holidays and things. You know. But we decided it was worth the wait.
Yeah, well,
Far out.
still waiting, huh?
Well, you know our families and things.
Hey, Alice. You go for lunch? Yeah, I'll be right there. Hey, listen, I've got to go, okay? I'll see you around.
Yeah, well, I'd really like you to meet him sometime, if you can.
Sure, anytime. Just call.
Yeah, he sounds like a square, man. I don't hang out with people unless they're
How
down
can
to
you
party.
tell somebody you've outgrown them?
Oh, okay.
Coking
There's
out.
cocaine now.
Sometimes I wish every straight kid could be turned on like
Now, Justin,
I-
you
I
famously have
did,
touched cocaine before.
I've touched cocaine. Yeah, I used to work in a pub, and I found a little baggie. And I'm like, "What is this cocaine?" And it was like sand, like granular. I thought it would be like soft, like a powder. Just judging, just seeing it on movies, but it's like, oh, it's actually quite coarse. And then I showed it to the woman working, and they said, "Yeah, that's cocaine." Somebody had dropped the cocaine.
Stand up,
Yeah.
stand up,
So-
stand up and take your praise, stand up.
So keep
And
that
did that
in
make
mind.
you want to touch? Did that make you want to touch other drugs?
Yeah, I got really addicted to touching drugs.
It's a
after
gateway
that.
drug.
I wanted to touch meth. I wanted to touch pot.
Yeah.
Gateway touching
Candles?
drug.
Well, sure, he wants you to blow out the candles. Come on, kids. I mean, it's not old-fashioned to celebrate a birthday these days, is it? Listen, we really died
Is he like sensing there's drugs?
Like,
and
there's
he's
drugs in
backing
the
away?
room. It's like a dog detecting Dracula.
See, honey, birthday cakes aren't so square.
I did talk to somebody who's he said, yeah, I tried cocaine once and I felt so good that I never tried it again because I knew that's like I would very easily become addicted to feeling that good.
Stoned out
So
of
it's like
my mind.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop
Strong
this right
endorsement
now.
for cocaine right there.
Get to the age they are.
Yeah. To me, that's like a positive.
Them.
Like, yeah, it makes you feel
Or
good.
Having a wonderful time. Wish you were here. I could tell you a thing or two.
Seems to me if that's all cocaine feels like, it just makes you feel good that you could beat a cocaine addiction by going to a comedy show.
No other side effects.
Get that same high, that same euphoric rush. You hear ironic jokes and hyperbolic jokes. And different types of jokes, fart jokes sometimes.
Now, who's this loser?
That's what they said when they found Hitler's corpse. Who's this loser?
Yes, exactly. Oh, I killed myself. And like puppeting him around, making him fake Heil and stuff.
Look at me. Little petty, sound little petty there, guys.
Slave-driven TA. Very good. Nice to meet you.
Are you the Chaucer assistant?
No, I'm in contemporary lit. My Middle English stinks.
And this is Big Tim,
Hi.
our star Ann. That's Alice over there.
Big Tim.
Alice? That used to be Alice. Honey, isn't that Alice? I'm sure that's Alice. She's been sleeping in Alice's room lately.
Well, the feet look familiar, but the hair kind of hides everything else.
If you weren't so uptight about yourself, you wouldn't be bugging me all
Honey,
the time.
that's no way to speak to your mother.
Joel,
Yeah.
how about staying for some cold ham and potatoes?
Well, it seemed like a pretty honest exchange.
If I'm not intruding, I don't...
No. Listen. If war breaks out again between the...
That's William Shatner.
You can referee to bring a strike.
That's William Shatner.
Wow.
I didn't even recognize him until he said no. And I'm wondering if the mother is
The Black Lagoon lady.
is Julie Adams.
If they gave us...
Yeah.
What an incredible actor William Shatner is. He blended in so well.
I had no idea that was him until he said no.
He looks like
Then
Bruce
it's like, oh, yeah,
McCullough
that's
in
Julie
the Kids in the Hall sketch.
in your section.
He does. He
Oh,
does.
yeah. Well, he started out pretty good, but he's been slipping a lot lately.
He's got top grades on his papers. I saw them.
Well, yeah, he's a smart guy, all right. But, well, he's got a lot of work that's overdue.
He's not going to lose his scholarship, is he?
Does he care?
Wish Richie were here to straighten him out. And I wouldn't have to zonk myself to get
Yeah,
through moments
straighten
like
him out.
this. Between the downs at home and the uppers at school to get over the downs.
You're going to do a remake of this in 5 years about a Gen Z doing roids.
Did you hear about Bill getting busted?
Yeah.
For possession and dealing.
I heard all about it. He's pushing at the junior high.
Junior high? What if he's, says things about his connections?
Now,
Oh, he almost certainly will.
two more facts. One,
Yeah, for sure.
he's not going to say anything.
Okay, so Star Trek was in the 60s, and this was 1973,
Anybody-
this movie.
Nice.
So he was done Star Trek by
He's going to find,
Before its resurgence.
right? So,
yeah,
And way before Star Trek
Oh, yeah, because it was in
resurgence.
syndication where it became, Yeah, it was in syndication where it became really popular.
It's like penny
Once the Syndicate got a hold of it.
That's right.
whatever anybody's bag.
Yeah. The cartel gets their hands on this. It's going to do 500 episodes.
Yeah, we don't have the time to push Richie, baby.
Yeah, but, in schools and in that car. And, it's taking a chance.
Seriously? Like, is this the best actress they can find? Like, every line she says is just, like, kind of mumbled.
Down why you're into this pushing all of a sudden. Don't you work on weekends anymore?
no, don't get me enough.
Yeah, so she's starting to have doubts.
It comes from too much talk and not enough smoke.
That's right. The smoke will pacify you.
That's right.
Like bees. It's like bees.
Bill is pushing mostly pills. We could use them later, couldn't we, Richie? You're gonna miss it.
I like too that like everyone who does drugs
That's
deals
right.
every kind of drug, right? These movies.
Wow.
It's never like, yeah, we just smoke.
We do
weed, that's it.
everything.
You know, like, everything. They sell everything. They buy everything.
I do
They do
anything.
everything.
And we're also crazed sex perverts.
How long do you think before the government is opening cocaine stores like they have marijuana shops?
Right.
I don't think they'll ever open cocaine stores like marijuana shops. I
It'll
think
be
they might
exclusive.
decriminalize, but I don't think they'll ever like open like
Really?
stores
No,
for those.
why not?
But when we're not high,
Just because it's
forget
like
about me. You never even touched
I think marijuana.
myself one day.
Most of the
Harmless.
studies have shown that it's relatively harmless, whereas
Feeling
cocaine
so
can cause damage. Like, I mean, it is weird. I guess by that logic.
Yeah,
like,
there is no real
alcohol
reason for them to ban
causes
it.
so much damage.
I thought you'd be older.
Yeah.
And also, what if they were able to produce
think
like a
maybe-
synthetic type of cocaine that reduced the harmful effects but still
Oh,
gave you that high?
It just had the
Ooh.
positives but none of the negatives. Oh, yeah, maybe. I know that like they've always been talking about like just stopping the war on drugs because there's no real point. It's not really accomplishing anything.
Yeah, the war on
Whoa.
drugs should be a series of smaller battles rather than one big coordinated effort.
Well, it did accomplish the creation of the ATF.
Somebody just gave them to me.
And the Mexican
There you go.
cartels are also strengthened pretty
They were-
hardcore by it as well.
Yeah, they've been strengthened by it. They have militarized weaponry now.
Yeah.
Because he's out on his
Yeah,
feet.
Isn't that crazy though? Like a criminal gang is just like ready for war with
Can't prescribe medicine just because he's in.
the country's military.
yeah.
Can you imagine that? It's like if the Crips were like, okay, we're taking on the U.S. military now.
Guess you got your signals crossed, huh?
Then
Wild.
Yeah.
stop, honey. If it wasn't Richie, where'd you get those pills you had upstairs?
Some girl for some cramps or something, or just about anybody to stay up for a test. I haven't even tried them. I didn't even know I really had them.
I found them right in your desk.
You vacuum the inside of my desk now?
The drawer was open. They were right on top.
So I guess I wasn't expecting.
I was so high I forgot to
I
close
know
that drawer.
my children's room.
She knows that, Dottie. She knows that we respect her privacy. Honey, all we want is to be sure that you aren't experimenting with this stuff or any other drugs.
And that you'll tell us about it if you do try.
All we want is your word.
That's definitely the creature
Yeah.
from the Black Lagoon.
We always
Yeah.
trusted you, Alice. And we want to keep on trusting you.
I know you have.
I agree. And that's definitely William Shatner. I was a little bit kind of iffy, but now I'm
Yeah, yeah.
96% sure.
As soon as he spoke, I was like, okay, that's William Shatner. Brother knows. Like, yeah, she's into drugs.
Brother's really disappointed too. It's crazy to think that like during our lifetimes the messaging on weed has gone from like if you even try to smell it you will die. You will die.
Yeah, yeah.
To oh yeah, we sell it now. We sell it
Gateway
now.
to every other drug. Yeah, yeah. Just go
It happened
buy it
quick.
in a store. Yeah. Was that
Yes.
her boyfriend cheating on her? Is that what we?
He's having some of that freaky drug sex.
Yeah.
That's the
But she just did a 12-step program, so she's fine.
Thing is, both of us.
Ran
Took the
down his 12
stairs, you know.
stairs, yeah.
That was 12 stairs there.
The
Yeah.
least we can do is take the money. It's ours too.
The least we can
Are
do
they
is
running
steal.
away now?
Yeah, heading to Dallas.
Where are they right now?
Greyhound
Oh,
Depot.
okay. No, I've seen this movie. They're gonna try and be cheerleaders, but they'll need to raise money to get down there to try out for cheerleading. Yeah, I totally seen this movie. I don't remember the drug part of it, but yeah.
Do you think we did the right thing?
I don't remember the drug part of it, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be worse if we stayed.
Every band from the 70s.
Now all that money's gone, I don't trust Ted or Richie.
Cheech and Chong made a series of drug movies.
I don't even trust myself.
Oh, those drug movies, you know, it was just so subtle that I guess now that I'm thinking back, yeah, totally. But at the time,
You got to
I didn't even
rewatch
notice.
it to catch those types of details.
Yeah.
The subtle nuances.
You got to really pay attention. Subtle nuance that they slight drug
Yes.
use in there.
Maybe if we keep straight. Maybe if we promise to keep straight.
Yeah, it's just that easy. Stop drugs.
Promise, Chris. Can't trust myself.
Then who can you trust?
No one.
Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith. Too. She's gonna trust
This is
Matlock.
perfect. She's taken the train or the bus, pardon me, and she's going to wind up stranded in Mayberry.
Yeah.
And we weren't really hooked.
And then
Don Knotts is gonna lock
that's right.
them up.
Don Knotts will lock them up, but Matlock shall
All right, you
appear.
girls, you stay in those trains, and I'll be right back. Taking the bus to Dallas. Oh, Dallas looks nice.
There's drugs behind every tree.
And satanic cults behind every drug ring. That was the other big phrase too. Everything was a
right.
satanic cult. Everything was Satan, Satan, Satan.
Where is she? Listen, I don't know any Chris. You got any uppers left? I don't know you. What's the matter? You in a blackout? I brought you here.
Who are you?
I'm Doris.
I was your bus driver. I
Oh.
drove you to Dallas.
Forever.
Look, I know this guy named Charlie. He's really cool. He owns this kind of like ranch just outside of town.
The whole route was canceled, remember? Somebody must have really slipped you a bad pill. Yeah, well, I wish they'd do it again. Yeah. Well, I figured there'd be a few cats left to time me off. Dying.
Does every actor in this have to be horrible?
Yeah, there's
I
just a
think
place
so,
at the
yeah.
Digger's Cafe, so they'll give you some bread to go home with him. So why don't you? Tried. Says baby hookers turn him on. Been making it longer than he has.
I'm thinking this is not a very well-made, well-thought
You
out.
know, 14.
I think they had a concept. They knew they wanted
We
to have
don't
an
like
anti-drug
drugs.
message. And they did a very, very. This is like a show this in schools kind of level. But those movies are usually
wait.
like
Yeah.
half an hour. They've stretched this out to like a full length.
What are you writing? I don't remember. Yeah, well, I bet it's really far out stuff.
Remember, we'll read it back. That's what the diary's for. Oh, Jordan's
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
can
do some
see it.
drugs.
He didn't want to do it on camera. Didn't want to admit his weakness.
Okay, Diary.
Yeah, well, you can't blame him. We're watching a movie with everyone looks like they're having
I
a
know.
great time
You
doing
want to
drugs.
get some of your own.
Dallas to Phoenix to L.A. No jobs anywhere, but plenty of dope. How you pay for it, something else.
No jobs, plenty of dope. Well, selling dope's
Yeah.
a job, so you got to get in where the industry is, right?
And
Oh, is she hookering instead?
even that doesn't work sometimes.
She might be hooking now, yeah.
After a while, you don't even know what you're buying. Pure acid turns out to be horse tranquilizer. I got on the jag with speed. Didn't eat for 5 days.
Would acid and horse tranquilizer be the same kind of like level in exchange? like I don't know much about either, but
I don't think it's a one-to-one translation exactly.
Drug.
yeah.
Still not sure if I'm pregnant. None of us takes that pill because even if we had it, we never know what day it is. Chris and I found a place to crash.
Ironically, that's the one pill she doesn't take. Is the birth
Keep
control
their
pill.
dope candy dishes. Oh God, how do we get out of here? We're like prisoners. They just got Chris in the other room. I can hear her screaming.
Well, see now that how do they know what's in the diary if she's just gonna rip it out?
Exactly. We're trying to reference this, and there's missing pages.
Yeah, and she's ripping pages out. Oh, she's gone to church now.
This will fix her up. Little Jesus will set her right.
Little Jesus sets everything right. Jesus is a drug. Oh, it must be like there's people. It must be like a shelter thing.
Oh, there he is.
Hey!
Are you coming or going?
Well, I'm not Catholic.
Neither are they.
Someone at the Diggers Cafe said
Neither
that
am I,
there
for that
was
matter.
a priest here who knew about kids.
Knew what?
Everything.
I think you knew
Everything about kids. Lots of priests know lots of things about kids, lady.
You want some coffee?
Yeah, I want to show him
No, I don't. I never touch caffeine.
something. Let me, please.
Whatever.
Hey, I'm sorry. It's just that it's my diary.
Well, I'm the priest.
They're really giving him a lot of meat here, you know, a lot to work with.
See, that person's clearly possessed.
That's
which is
right.
why they need that
Remember
priest.
when we felt beautiful?
About 100 years ago.
I was reading your diary.
Did you get to read it?
Of course, son.
This is not very well written. I really couldn't get into it.
Well,
Those trite sentences were just,
like you said,
really obvious.
You're not Catholic. Wasn't really meant to be a confession. Except maybe to yourself. If you start worrying about what makes good reading.
Because you're not Catholic, I can tell everybody what you say to me.
That's
I'm
right.
under no
oath here
rich
whatsoever
grounds
to
keep it
uphold.
secret.
Okay, I tried to, and
Yeah. You tried.
it made me sick.
Look, would it calm you down a little bit if we did some blow?
Just a little
that'll
bit.
take the edge off.
Just to get through this.
Just a little bit.
I need something.
Yeah.
Like what? Another expert opinion.
All right. All right. I've got to stop, but I can't. I tried months ago. I can't.
Yeah, that's how addiction works, lady.
Just take it every now and again, every couple of days.
Yeah, I think that's what they recommend for addiction. Just take it like have one
Right.
cheat day a week.
Where you can do whatever you
You know?
want to do.
I want to live without it.
Do everything. Do all the drugs. Like The Rock when he has like a picture of like 8 pizzas he's gonna eat or something. Like this is like this. Take a picture of your cheat day where you have like a mound of cocaine,
Exactly.
and a bunch of pills, a bong.
It's your
Just go
choice.
to town.
It's your choice.
The hell? What the hell is that?
One of you gets this.
And the other one is it.
Oh, is this a flashback to some of the things that she did
Yes.
to get more drugs? I see. Now I get it.
All right. So, it's over. They're gone.
It's one of the things that she did.
Wow. Since he's quit being a sheriff in Mayberry, he's moved into a much darker world. He's looking for his son. He's looking for his son, Opie. Opie got into the stuff really bad.
3 days.
Are you?
I don't know. I don't know anything but what I read.
That's the part that made it.
Maybe it never really happened. I mean, maybe I was just so upset that I made the whole thing up. Because Chris left.
No, it happened.
I'm pretty sure it happened.
For sure.
Or do you?
It happened. It happened.
Don't cancel me. I'm going to freak out again.
Listen, isn't it better for me to freak you out than brain damage?
I don't know what went down anymore. That cave.
I know. Let the priest put it all together again. With a little help from the big head sitter in the sky. Well, don't count on it. You're looking for magic.
I'm looking for help.
Isn't that how just religion works? Isn't that what prayer is? Magic, basically? You're looking for magic, isn't that
This
what,
whole
thing
rests on magic.
Give up. The part of you that stays alive through a blackout. The part of you that won't let you lie to yourself or your diary.
Yeah.
Read it.
I didn't have to read much of it.
And so I didn't.
And so I didn't read any of it at all. I just assumed that, addicted to drugs probably turned to prostitution. I just made an assumption.
Is this? At last I have something worthwhile to say. God knows you do. Maybe it isn't what you thought you were saying, but it's enough to break your heart or your habit. You imagine what some of these kids would write in a diary. 365 pages with wow scrawled across every one of them.
He's doing a pretty good job, actually, considering this is a very shitty movie.
I was engrossed by what he was saying there.
Yeah, he's doing. He understood the assignment, came in.
Sure. What do you want to do? Crash forever? Like him? The three of us make an odd couple. Come on, you're in. Is this your home phone?
Please don't wait.
Sorry, did you say please don't wait or please don't wait?
Yeah. Where's the comma in that sentence?
It's their dime. We reverse the charges.
Yeah, make them pay for it.
Yeah,
that's a good life hack. You can save a lot of money if all your calls are collect calls.
Area code 513. The number is 388-2685.
My daughter. Oh my God, I haven't seen my daughter in ages. Oh my God, you found her? Oh, hold on. Collect charges. I don't know.
I wouldn't usually accept the charges.
I can't.
Yeah, you don't have to. I wasn't really calling him anyway. I was calling my bookie, actually. Papa's got some addictions himself, you know?
Wow, Jordan's looking
gentlemen.
Jordan's looking all trippy now.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm all trippy. I got a new look. You
There's
like
the
it?
big floating S logo now.
Yes. And the reason for my new look is because I am joined by a co-pilot that I don't want the internet to ever see. And the only way for me to be here is to have that co-pilot near.
There you go.
I think he's high on drugs and he's seeing
secret,
little green men.
Yeah,
this is a great Kazoo situation.
My co-pilot is Jesus Christ, fellas, okay? Not some drug-fueled whatever you're talking about with your,
I wouldn't want to see people see Jesus Christ either.
Hey, wait, you're Alice, aren't you?
Yeah, you know what the Christians do if you show images of Jesus Christ? They show up, they decapitate you.
He'll build a
The bad scene.
They go wild.
That may not be the Christians. I might be confusing.
I do get
some-
confused very easily.
Now you're holding.
Here, I'll see if I can find you an image. If we can slot it into my face. Let me see what I can cook up here.
Slot it into your face. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, they're trying to give her pills again. She's trying to give her pills again.
Oh,
are you gonna? Oh, and no,
Wussed
she
out.
flushed them.
Now I'm not holding. God, if you knew how much I wanted those pills. I'm still shaking, but I can't blow it now. Not a second time.
Hey, Dad. I can't wait for your party Saturday night. You think you could get me a college guy, too? Oh, sure. I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh yeah, college
Sure,
guys
I got
love
lots of
dating high
college guys, and they do
schoolers.
so much drugs.
Congratulations.
Is Bud around?
Well, he won't be here till the party.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Look, fair's fair. I didn't invite you to my party.
That's
either.
not why. It's just that everybody in school knows who's on and who's off now. It's like two different worlds. I mean, once you get a reputation. I mean, it's just that straight
By showing up to my nerdy party, you would get a reputation of the cool kid.
suspicious.
Yeah, and the users are so paranoid that they can't stand to have any straight ones around. Makes for a lot of fun.
Look, I really wish I could invite you. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Wait, so is she not inviting her because she used to do drugs and it'll be bad, or is she not inviting her because hey, there's going to be drugs there and we know you're off now? And
I'm not
can't
100%
have you.
sure on that. It seemed like it could have been either of those things.
Her parents just moved away.
Yeah, it did seem ambiguous.
Over again.
Well, Jan, what army are you feeding this weekend?
The whole crowd, including Alice, if she'd break down and socialize a little.
Well, she gets a lot of studying done on the new sitter's job, but maybe she's being too conscientious. We'll try to persuade her. All work and no play.
Plus, the last time we let her look at a party, she
Where your horse high?
drugged up. That is not how you pack groceries, buddy.
Oh, bye.
Just smashing them down into the bag.
Mom and Dad tell me he'd
Yeah.
be a good judge.
Precariously placed on top.
Sometimes I wonder how they made it to the age that they are. It's like I've been part of some giant spiring that won't let go of me. Don't they realize that the more they put me on the
Yeah.
the harder it is for me not to talk to
Why are we? Whose babies is?
Yep.
Authentic baby sounds.
Hi, Al. Oh, what are you doing? Babysitting?
Hey, Jan, you're all wet. So, Mrs. Larson called me when you didn't show up and asked me to come over. I just put the baby down, so keep it down.
Well, I'm going to get her up. That's my job.
It's not your job anymore, so stay away from the baby.
Look at she's laughing when I bounce her around. She doesn't want to sleep. A little music.
You're full of drugs and you shouldn't be babysitting.
Shut up. You want me to call your
That just strangles the baby.
you basic? Get out. You
Look. Let's put this turkey in the oven and then we'll talk about this, okay?
My pillow.
Sneaker, please come get Jan. She's crazy.
What are you doing? Please help.
Hi, Jan. Jan, everybody.
That was very interesting.
I think you handled it absolutely right.
Exactly. What else could you have done? Would you like some coffee?
You know, and
Jordan is definitely high on
You know
drugs,
what
I
else you
see
could have done, though,
now.
honey?
the authority. And we still
You know what else you could have done, honey? You could have kneed her to the stomach and then double hand to the back. I find that always works.
I can't get you an overnight transfer just because a couple of antisocial kids want to drive you out of school. I think it makes more sense to stand up to Jan Meeker. Whatever mistakes your friends think you've made, I can't believe that they'll side with her on this one. Any sane person would understand that you were responsible for that baby.
Or am I just not cool anymore?
Anything.
I'm damn glad my kids aren't like that.
I mean, except for Alice here, but
Why is this muted?
Except for Alice.
It's all about.
Became a drug
How do
addict.
I unmute it?
what are you trying to unmute?
Oh, you're unmuted. We
Oh,
heard,
you can hear
we
me?
heard you.
Yeah?
That it's forgotten.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
I know what Dad
Good thing you didn't start talking about
You're a
other
different
weird
person
stuff.
now. You're strong and adult, and we're with you. And when that crowd finally realizes that you really mean business, you'll get their respect too.
There you go. And we're glad you're off the stuff. Now, if you don't mind, Dad's going to watch the game and drink like 8 beers until he
Get
passes
home
out.
if you want. Anytime.
Hey, thanks. Hey, watch out there. You don't want to push Miss Pink downstairs.
What would you do if they put a roach down your father's car? Think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's a
narc.
narc now. She doesn't do drugs, and therefore she's a narc.
Isn't that interesting, too? That's how undercover cops also have to prove it to the criminals. They have to do some drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Larry Fink. Before he ran BlackRock, he was tagging high school lockers.
Oh, that
Like a
Larry
little
Fink.
something to calm your nerves. Should make you feel really fine. Oh, you know your little brother, your little baby brother? I think before you quit school, you better tell your baby brother not to take any candy from people he doesn't know.
You go near him or anyone even tries, I'll kill you. I mean it, Jen. I'll kill you.
So they're mad at her because she called someone because Jan showed up and
Yeah.
was threatening the
Yeah.
threatening the baby.
And now
Oh,
she's
man.
threatening to get the little brother hooked on drugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen my dad?
No, as a matter of fact, I was looking around for myself.
Oh, he's in the bathroom smoking up.
I think he may have
smoking
come home for the
weed.
day. If I bump into him, is there a message you'd like to leave or something?
No, I won't bother with it.
Because, not bothering them with your problems
It
worked
did.
so well for you the first time.
How I've divided the whole world into freaks and straights for so long. I forgot there were other kinds of people around.
I went through a similar thing a couple of years ago.
I was really addicted to Donkey Kong. And,
I had to relate to them everything about it, I mean, there are other ways you can talk to your parents. There are other things you can talk to them. They don't have to know everything about you.
Did you have somebody you could talk to?
No, my friends.
I guess that's the trouble. I mean,
yeah, we'd get high.
I
We'd
can't
talk about
talk
all
to the
sorts of
kids
stuff.
who use dope because they're afraid of me, that I'll turn them in, that I know too much. I can't talk to the kids who've never used dope because they're scared of me because I've used dope. And the whole point is that
Makes
I'm
sense.
scared. I came to Daddy's office this morning because what happened today in school is going to keep on happening, and they won't stop. They'll do something to Tim. They'll put dope in Daddy's car. They'll
Get his car addicted.
they're angry. They turn them in.
Yeah. Why would you waste dope putting it in some
everything.
guy's car?
They hate
Like
them.
they may plan to. Yeah, we'll plant this in his car, and then he'll be busted
Yeah.
for it. But maybe we'll just do a little bit first before we put it. Well, maybe we'll just, and then by the time they
Why
get
were we
around
going
to
to
do
put
it,
dope in this car
it's all
again?
gone.
I guess I just need someone else to talk to.
Why'd you put an empty bag in my car?
Well, it's like lacing Halloween candy with drugs or something, It's like, you have to really hate kids to do that.
Yeah.
Babysitting
Go
for
through all the
Larson
trouble.
weekend.
A little extra cash always comes.
Hey, Smokey MC, thanks for being here. Appreciate the comment.
Yeah. So basically, don't do drugs. Is the
Yeah,
the
that's what
main
we're
thing
learning
here that
so
we're
far.
learning?
You want to not do drugs, just to catch you up.
TV.
Hi, Smokey. Thanks for joining us. That's pretty cool.
Alice, what I'm trying to do is.
You may be wondering why Jordan's just a disembodied head right now. That's because he chose to do drugs himself and hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, it's totally changed me. One Advil is all it took. I was hopelessly addicted.
Works hard and likes it, supports himself.
Yeah, went from Advil to aspirin. I think he tried Bayer in there at some point.
Yeah, now I wear this to hear what they're saying. Yep. I'm actually just practicing my ventriloquist act. I'm trying to get really good at it.
But you're doing it backwards, though. The dummy is supposed to be the one whose lips we see moving, and we're supposed to see you not moving your lips at all.
Right, that's a good point.
There you go. I put a little booze in this milk to get you to sleep faster. Back to fearing, loathing in Las Vegas.
Isn't it crazy that through all this she's able to just keep daily writing in that diary of hers?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how she's able to live her life not checking apps every 5 seconds?
Yeah, she didn't have access to it. She just didn't know what she was missing, that's all.
Oh, she's having one of those relapses.
Where you get bonus drug highs if you've ever taken drugs. They like repeat in your system every so often.
Dr. Benjamin, orthopedic. Dr. Benjamin.
Trauma, not dead. But we need more than a few signs of recognition to establish how much memory is available.
You guys think Dr. Benjamin ever got to orthopedics?
Depend on the patient's verbal response.
Yes.
I
think he got there. By a nose.
Contact with her, the better for all of us.
They hold a finish line at the orthopedics department, and as long as you cross it, you're in.
Hey, how was the relapse
what happened
trip,
to her face?
Just us today.
She must have fell
A bunch of cactuses.
fallen on it.
You're well enough to tell us how you are.
If you want to just nod until you're ready, it's okay for opener.
Oh, yeah. Anti-drug.
Yeah, she must have fallen on something. And she passed out.
Give us a
She
nod.
ate the baby.
Maybe she did.
Come on. You can see us and hear us. Show us you know who we are.
No,
You don't know that. What if you look like
all distorted? Yeah.
You know?
Do you know that we love you, darling?
How can she answer that? That's not the right kind of question.
That's not the right kind of question, you dumb bitch. I told you before we got in here.
Don't make the child weak, Dorothy. It's all that free love that got her into this mess.
Try to remember what happened that night.
Special reason that we need to have
Because
you
they still
answer
can't
that.
find the baby.
It's legal, really, as well as...
Sound like Jordan might have just been assassinated by the cartel there.
No, I'm still here.
Well, you know, when you're watching an anti-drug movie, it's bound to happen.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to figure things out in the best way.
Just trying to figure things out in the best way. This guy's so high. Come on.
Well, I would recommend turn to drugs because it seemed to work well for her. You know, she became really popular.
You're,
Two of the girls at school, they say that you've been selling this LSD that you took.
So she's from the creature from the Black Lagoon.
well, we don't believe it.
Alex,
Yes,
you're gonna swear
yes.
And you're telling me she did not play the creature.
We're gonna swear.
Okay.
No. She played the fiance of one of the scientists who
The
went to study
Beyonce
creature.
or the fiance?
Who just the fiance who'd occasionally go swimming, and then the creature would swim along with her and falls in love with her, and the creature captures her, tries to take her to its lair.
That made me think of, your Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein and fiance of Frankenstein, or Frankenstein and It's Complicated of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Franken's the side,
Yeah, exactly,
the side piece
yeah,
of Frankenstein.
exactly.
Right.
Yes.
This Franken mistress.
Oh. Oh. Is it crawling again? You're gonna.
I mean, her name is the Mistress of Frankenstein, honey. I don't know what you want me to have done.
You're gonna eat.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Doctor.
It's all right.
Doctor,
It's all right.
please.
No, it's all right.
Please. It's crawling.
I'm sorry.
Get out of my way, Al.
The
Damn it,
drugs
I'm
are
a
killing her.
doctor.
Stop it, please. Please, they're crawling again. Please, stop it. Please.
What did you give her?
They're crawling again. Got bugs on the skin. Look at the
She's even got
drugs
her fingers
just took her
bandaged.
fingers. Yeah, it didn't even take her palms.
Yeah, I wonder what she did. Like, she burnt herself or something? Like, it
Probably
doesn't say
got
what she did.
frostbite.
Like, I just assumed she fell down.
If she was doing coke, because that's like kind of like looks like snow, you know. Probably got frostbite.
If it's true that you still keep the diary.
Maybe her hands fell into a bunch of mouse traps and just the fingers got.
Maybe. Yeah,
There you
she
go.
collapsed.
Might be boy, girl, someone older. Someone at school.
No friends here.
He's speaking in tongues.
Uh-oh. Oh, did her friend laced her?
Oh, she got
Laces out.
laced.
Laces out.
Please tell the kids.
Maybe.
Laces out.
Please tell them that. Please.
So did she fall into one of those acid, like mental whirlpools?
I don't know. I'm confused as to what is just
went
happening
to the
now.
refrigerator and I opened the door and there was a bottle of drink there and I took it out. It was half empty and I took the drink and I took the formula and I went into the living room.
The formula.
And then
Yeah, well, yeah, she's giving the baby the formula, and she was drinking
Oh,
something
okay.
from the fridge, so there's something in the drink, obviously.
It is crazy they call that formula.
Yeah, right? 'Cause that could be anything.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
left the baby in the crib and locked yourself into the closet. To stay away from her. You did not harm the baby. You harmed yourself.
Yeah, you didn't harm the baby. You got locked yourself in the closet. I don't know what you did with your fingers, though.
I think she journaled too much.
Yeah, that's it. She was
When
just
her right
journaling
hand
too
stopped
hard.
writing, her left hand picked up the pen.
It's a long trip.
Long trip and a half.
I thought that I was buried without a coffin. And I tried to
Oh, so she's trying to
scratch
scrape her way out of something. Because she
Right.
put herself in the closet to protect the baby, knowing that, okay,
Like
I'm
a
high, I'm not
werewolf putting
responsible
itself
for
in
your
jail
baby.
before it turns.
Yeah. And then she thought she was buried, so she was trying to dig her way out.
Yes, your skull was practiced.
And that's where that phrase, "Can you dig it, man?" That's where that comes from.
That's right.
Can you
That's
dig
where
it?
it comes from.
Yeah, that's exactly what
a coffin.
Because it's going to come in handy, trust me.
And even alive.
No one.
I even think about phrases like that. Like, you can't really reasonably say "hold your horses" anymore, because
Why not?
nobody does that. Well, yeah, well, you don't hold horses. You're so far removed from
yeah, horses.
holding horses by this point.
We
When's
still
the
got
last time somebody
horsepower.
had to hold their horse, their literal horse?
We still got horsepower going on in cars.
Yeah, but you don't say "hold your cars,"
Yeah,
you know, or
that's
hold
We
your.
haven't moved past horses to describe how fast the car can go.
Probably
That's right.
what's happened to me since I started drugs.
Like, I come from a small town.
Like, it's supposed to impress you, like, oh, well, when I was on a horse, it was doing 1 horsepower at best.
Around
So this 10,000 horsepower, that seems really great.
started with,
Yeah.
you know, every time I'd come home, they'd start checking me.
But I mean, if you tied 10,000 horses to a wagon, it wouldn't really move any
It would move
faster.
10,000
'Cause, you know,
times faster.
They'd all just be traveling the speed of
They
horse
really
goes.
made me aware of drugs, you know, like the pills and the grass.
How long do you think it takes 10,000 horses to figure out who's gonna be the leader?
Yeah, but that's how it all started.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's whoever's in front of the
Like,
pile, right? You gotta
I
tie
guess,
'em up.
yeah, you're right. It's not like they vote.
You just look at an ass and start running.
And bam, we all got blasted. Like it was so green.
This is actually pretty awesome.
Lip was some kind of
Now
a
that I'm
high.
thinking about it.
I really dug it.
Still do.
Big sniffing glue.
No, that first little lift.
He just told you. He digs being straight.
I know what he just told me. But he's getting high just talking about getting high. And you're getting high off of his high, and I'm getting high off of your high, and it's one big contact high.
So we're all doing drugs
Awesome.
right now, man.
Session,
Whoa.
and really, we're no better than any wino who sniffs cork. Just doesn't go anywhere.
Boy, you're a bummer. No wonder
Wow.
people don't invite you to places.
Don't get mad.
Get
I
even.
can get us a mixed bag. You know, just for the two of us.
No,
Yeah, why not?
I really don't want to. For the first time in my dumb life, I think I meant that. I know I'll always be one pill away from being an addict again.
Oh, it was pills she was doing.
Turning down.
I didn't see her take a pill the whole
Yeah,
time.
she was doing pills. No, they had pills.
Well, the soda wouldn't have been a pill. That was acid, of course.
Yeah, I don't get the soda thing. I don't get if that was just a
No, somebody
relapse,
must have dosed her.
spike
Finally
or
learned
what.
to hope. Learn to take apart nightmares and put together a life. Even learn to forget about people who forget about me. Like Joel. But it doesn't matter.
Oh, and my brother OD'd. He's dead now. Anyway. Good night, Journal. The end. The end?
What's left?
Yeah, I think we've kind of covered
I
all the
think
bases
all that's
here.
left is a one-shot action sequence.
Candles.
Party without candles, without...
The moves from like motorcycle to car to boat.
I cook all the food.
Yeah, exactly. For about 10 or 20 minutes, and you know.
Oh, she's hanging out with her
Foreign
friend
language
again.
record simultaneously. One of these days she's going to make lasagna topped with chocolate mousse.
You'll be the first one to try it, bud.
But the sin of the food was so bad we used to have contests to jazz it up, you know, like peanut butter and whipped cream on salami.
You ever try turnips and yogurt?
Ever tried drugs?
You ever
Yeah,
try cocaine and
exactly.
pills? Yeah. You know, a baby would fit really nicely in here.
What are your plans about school and everything, Alice?
I don't know, I guess.
You know, go take tests, go home. I don't know. What do you mean?
You know, I was going to say it was different now because of us. But what it really boils down to is that you really did it yourself.
I guess there's something about living through the worst that can happen, that once it's really over. Oh, I hope it's over. I don't think I could live through that again.
And by the way, speaking of over, I'm going to have to use your
They're
closet.
playing good vibrations. That's not really fair.
He used it twice at least
Yeah.
in this movie.
The help of my friends, huh?
Alice.
Because they played it earlier when she was at the party drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they? Changing clothes now? What's going on?
I think that's in Leviticus. You don't want to mix your fibers there.
Yeah, that's true. Honey, this is my intern. You know my intern. I'd like you to copulate.
This is a college guy, I take it?
Yeah, it's the college guy. He works with his dad, right?
Yeah.
Because she went to look for her dad, and he was there, and they went for lunch, and he drove her back in his weird,
Yeah, that's right.
jalopy-looking
You know, I really feel crummy about the last couple of months. We're not writing or anything.
Feels like a real crumb bum.
You would?
Just that
I'm 40 with a family, and you are.
Yeah. And you're a high school student still?
I mean, I knew you had a lot of things going on inside you.
Just as a teacher's assistant, I'm getting so much tail that it's, it's really distracting from.
Just didn't know if I was willing.
You know who got a lot of tail was trappers up in the Hudson Bay area.
I know.
Yeah. Nothing but tail up there.
Oxtail.
Anyway.
The trappers of ox, the ox trappers. The ox pelts that they went out.
I think they really concentrated on like beaver.
I got me 30 ox pelts. I'd like to.
No way to start a relationship.
All the gentlemen in London wearing their oxtail hats.
I guess the problem is that I don't know how to start a relationship. I don't talk very well except in my diary.
Buddy, you don't have to trap those. They're domesticated. We raise them. You just gotta have them around.
I guess I don't know if I can have a relationship with someone and be just me.
Yeah, need to get some drugs in the mix.
Yeah, get some drugs in that mix. Really break that ice in that relationship. You'll run out of things to talk to eventually.
Even quickly. So bring those drugs in right away.
Yeah. Get those drugs in right now.
I guess Joel is about the best birthday present any 17-year-old girl named Alice could ask for.
Okay, that guy's at least 40, right?
But it's nice to see.
At least.
His hair is going away already.
Did with drugs.
He is 17.
It scares me when I still find myself thinking about a high. But it's a fear I've got to live with.
Yeah, his hair is like France when Nazi Germany invaded.
And finally back to school.
Running away.
I think I've come to
Surrendering.
a decision.
Yeah.
You look like you've come to some sort of decision.
It's about my diary.
Yeah?
I just finished the second one, and I really don't have time for it anymore. And besides, I don't think I need it.
You think she's mentioned all the prostitution and whatnot to him?
I'm sure she's mentioned some of it. Or just left it at I did some horrible
That's
things
probably
to get
enough.
pills.
You can probably figure it out from there. I was in Pauly Shore movies and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, some horrible things. I was in Son-in-Law to get some pills. I was on a cameo in Biodome.
Jury Duty. Ever see that one?
Jury Duty, yeah.
Jury Duty. There's one where he's in the army, too.
I think it might actually just be called In the
I think
Army.
it may even been called
In
in
the Army.
Yeah.
Our daughter died of an overdose of drugs. We were never able to find out what the drugs were or whether or not they were self-administered.
They were.
Since she had stopped keeping a diary several months before, we had no clues as to why she died.
Drugs.
I've discovered since then that she was one of almost 5,000 drug deaths that year. And so we decided to make her diary.
So she got off the drugs, then she just got back on them and overdosed.
Yeah,
That's the story,
overdosed.
eh?
That's the end of her. Okay.
Well, there you go.
So it was a snuff film.
I guess so, hey? Well, let's get back to where we talk about these things.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, snuff is also slang for chewing tobacco. So a snuff film could be a movie about chewing tobacco.
Is this slang for chewing tobacco? Snuff was tobacco, but it's a powder you
sniff it.
sniffed up your nose.
Oh. You mean to
It was
tell
made
me
of
I've been
tobacco.
chewing the sniffing tobacco this whole time and sniffing the chewing
yeah,
tobacco?
You're supposed to take a little bit.
That's a very
sniff it up your
embarrassing
nose.
mistake.
Yeah.
Very
It's
embarrassing.
Sniffing your snuff. That's what you need to be doing.
Well, I think the highlight of this movie was Andy Griffith.
Yeah, he was really good.
I thought he was really good.
I missed Andy Griffith. I regret that.
Yeah. He was surprisingly good. Like there were times where he was talking that we were both quiet because we were actually listening to what he was like. Oh, he's really doing well with the scene.
Sure, rub it in. I get it. I deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now you just won't know the valuable lessons, and you'll clearly become addicted to
I
drugs.
already believe you are
Jordan.
addicted to drugs at this time.
Yep. Well, I believe the spirit
no hope
of
for you.
Matlock will give me salvation.
Well, you know what? We're still going to run that in memorandum to Jordan Ward
Because we
over the
want
next
people to
few
remember.
episodes.
Remember what you did.
So, yeah. Or he stood by. We're going to guess the date, though. I'm going to guess August.
Oh, wow.
Sometime in August.
That's coming up quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. You better get on those drugs then, because you don't
I
got a
thought
lot
he'd
of time.
actually humiliate himself at rock bottom for a couple of months first, and then finally dip down into overdose death.
How long does it take to get to rock bottom? And
Well,
all you gotta
for
do
sure,
is free fall.
for sure. I think he's almost at rock bottom right now. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying once he hits rock bottom, there could be a couple months of rock bottom before we get to the very end.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be fair. All right. Well, when you think Jordan's going to die of an overdose, please put it in the comments below.
Yep.
All
right. And if you have a spare 5, 10, or 20K sitting around, head to the Good Improv PayPal link. And if you feel like putting it in there, then you go ahead.
Yeah.
No, yeah. We'll only buy drugs with it, which after seeing this movie, I think is a sound investment.
Yeah. Also, like and subscribe to the channel if you want to do that. That'd be cool too. Okay.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. And remember,
kill the
don't do
cameras.
drugs.
Bye, everyone.
Unless you want to.
hear him say that. He's going to move that channel.